The Steve Dangle Podcast with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go!
It is time for your way too early predictions. Okay? Way too early predictions. I want to do real quick on this one, okay, guys? You ready? You ready? Way too early predictions on your division winners for each division, okay? So we're going to start with the Central Division in the Western Conference. Blackhawks, Avs, Stars, Wild, Preds, Blues, Jets. Who wins the division?
Trying to remember who I said yesterday. Give me all the teams again.
Blackhawks, Avs, Stars, Wild, Preds, Blues, Jets.
Avs.
Really?
Colorado. Yep.
Jesse?
You took my pick, Colorado.
I'm going to go with St. Louis.
I'm reigning Stanley Cup champions, yeah.
Good pick.
Good pick.
Pacific Division, Ducks, Coyotes, Flames, Oilers, Kings, Sharks, Canucks, Golden Knights, and I believe the Flames won it last year.
They did. I want to say with 107 points.
The Golden
Correct.
Knights are good. The Sharks are always good. The Flames are going to be good. And it seems like feast or famine in that division.
Yeah,
You're either great or you're not.
A full season of Mark Stone, Vegas.
Vegas. Interesting. Jesse,
The Vancouver Canucks.
Are going to win the Pacific.
you're out of your mind.
Why not?
Nikolai Goldobin, 50 goals. Let's go.
I mean, maybe.
Brock Besser, 35 and 70.
Dude, do you see that dog shit hit that he took?
Oh, yeah.
No.
The front, Chris Tierney
No,
hit him
no.
from behind. He went into concussion protocol. I think he's already had one in his career. It was a terrible hit.
Not going to stop him from 35 and 70.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
You know what I think?
What?
I think Martin Jones rebounds this year.
If
And
he
I think
does,
it's-
they win the cup.
I think it's the damn Sharks who just will not die. Like they're the oldest bloody team in the NHL. But if Martin Jones is Martin Jones, average, regular Martin Jones, the Sharks win that division.
They almost went to the Stanley Cup final with the worst starting goaltender in the NHL
Yes. Yes.
last year. He
But
was. He was the worst starting goalie in the NHL.
He was an 898, I think, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Crazy.
And Aaron Dell was behind him and worse.
Potentially the most interesting and fun division in the league this year, the Metropolitan. Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, Devils, Islanders, Rangers, Flyers, Penguins, and Capitals. Of the 8 teams that I just mentioned, I would say 6 of them have gone through major renovations. Some good, some not.
Right.
The Capitals are basically the same. The Flyers sort of did their renovations last year. They're basically the same as how they ended last
Full
year.
season of Carter Hart
And
did make a difference.
Kevin Hayes.
Did you see? So there was a GIF going around of Alain Vigneault supposedly.
Say, we can't win with goaltending like this.
Yeah.
It was the
It's
Brian
shit.
Elliott clip. Yeah,
Yeah.
ain't good. Ain't
'Cause
good.
they haven't
There's
picked-
another guy whose clock is ticking.
Philadelphia, where you can never get a goalie. like
It's
Flyer fans are like,
It's
pulling their hair out.
unbelievable.
And they had Bobrovsky, and they traded him.
For like nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, they had Bruscala.
you got the Canes, you got the Jackets, you got the Devils, Islanders, Rangers, Flyers, Penguins, Capitals. Who wins the division?
Caps are going to be really good. I say the Canes.
Canes.
Hurricanes.
Okay.
The New Jersey Devils are going to
Wow.
go from last place to first place.
Who's their goalie? That's not, by the way, the last
Corey
time.
Schneider.
Corey Schneider is not their starter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is he really?
Well,
still?
Yeah.
they don't have Keith Kincaid anymore. I think it's
'cause he
Schneider
was-
and Blackwood. Mackenzie
Yeah,
Blackwood.
yeah. They're going to be good.
It's you're relying on Schneider having a big bounce back for sure.
Hey, why not?
You know what? Lost in last season. Like they weren't great on paper, but they were also injured a lot. So you have a healthy season. You're revamped. Hopefully, you don't have one of the worst tandems in the entire NHL. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could happen.
What do you think? You say Canes, right?
I say Hurricanes. Yeah,
Okay. I'm going to go with the Capitals. Because
great pick.
not just because it's the safe pick, it's they are the best team in that division.
Yeah.
And
And
their
they ran into
Capitals,
the Hurricanes.
The Capitals are another perfect example of what can happen, like the Penguins were, and still might be, when you have a few superstars that you're able to hang on to for 10 years. And you're just able to cycle in new players, and you draft well, and then we can't hang on to this guy. We got to trade him. Can't hang on to this guy. Can't hang on to Grubauer anymore. Got to trade him. We lost Golden Knights. Who did they lose in the draft? The really good defenseman who was really good against the
Nate
Leafs.
Schmidt.
Nate Schmidt. You know, you lose that guy. But they continue to be great because Alexander Ovechkin and Backstrom and all the other guys that they've hung on to.
Yeah.
Now, lastly, we're going to go with the Atlantic Division on this one. Bruins, Sabres, Red Wings, Panthers, Canadiens, Senators, Lightning, Maple Leafs. Who wins the division?
It's still insane to go against the Lightning. They're just so good.
Jesse,
On paper.
especially
Yeah,
with
it's,
Shattenkirk added on that,
Like,
and
fuck off.
maroon,
Like, I
and like
couldn't
yeah,
believe they did
yeah.
that.
It's the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah. This is regular season, by the way.
Regular season. That's all I'm asking.
I don't know what's going to happen in the playoffs.
I am going to go off board. I think it's
pick someone from the Central.
I think it's the Boston Bruins.
That'd be really off the board. You think the Boston Bruins?
I think they're going to win.
Why not?
The entire Atlantic.
I do. And
with
here's why.
42-year-old Zdeno Chara.
Yep, I do. I think so because they just made the finals and lost, and it was a real heartbreaker. And I think it's one of those things that they're going to come out on fire. Now, I don't know if Boston will sustain being on fire all year, but I think they're pretty pissed that they lost that final last year, which they should have really won, I think. And all you have to do is win a lot in the first couple months and then play 500 hockey the rest of the way, and you can do it. And I think that the Boston Bruins are going to come out on fire. Watch out for the Bruins this year.
I think they're a little bit of the opposite of what the Blue Jackets were for a long time and the Hurricanes were for a long time, where we're like, this is their year where they make it. They don't make it. This is their year. And we did that until we stopped doing it, and then they made it. I keep going. This can't sustain. The Chara is old. Bergeron is...
How is he not more beat up?
Not that old, but his body's older.
Yeah. Hard miles.
Marchand's 31. And he's in his prime and playing his best hockey, but after that, it goes down.
Yeah.
Is Tuukka Rask going to be as good as he was last year? Yeah, I know they got some young parts. Every team's got them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Not every team has Torrey Krug and Charlie McAvoy.
I think that they're looking at this too. Like, this is Zdeno's last year. They have to look at it like it's Zdeno's last year.
They got a full year of Charlie Coyle.
Yep, which is a really good pickup for them, low key.
Hopefully Jake DeBrusk is healthy because he basically played 2 months unhealthy during the playoffs.
Yep.
I can see it, but there's going to come a time, and it might not be this season, when Patrice Bergeron can't do it anymore. Surely there is. Unless there isn't. I mean, a lot of Hall of Fame players, they just are amazing and then retire.
I'm a little wonky on Tampa. And can I tell you why?
Because you saw them fail?
Well, yeah, I think they saw them fail.
This is what I've been saying for months.
It's not the skill on Tampa that I'd be worried about. It's the between the ears stuff. That 4-game series might have been the most damaging thing. I
thought it was bold of Patrick Maroon to do the ring kissing thing.
Yeah.
Like, buddy, have a look down at your jersey. It ain't the Blues anymore.
No. On paper, it should be better. It should be better than the Blues.
Yep.
I think that there's a chance that Tampa's in their own heads. And that's why I'm going with the Bruins.
Something in you has to break when you lose like that.
Right.
I can't imagine the Lightning are looking around that locker room and they feel the same way they did before the playoffs began last year.
Yep, I agree.
They can't be.
I agree.
Unless they're like super mentally tough and they really believe in each other and everything, but man,
okay,
that's a factor.
Pick one team in the entire NHL that did not make the playoffs last year that will this year.
Can I just say, if you're going to say that about Tampa, you can say the same thing about the Leafs.
Yeah, but it wasn't a 4-game sweep, and it was a better series. They could have wrapped it up in Game 6.
Well, and the Leafs had a ridiculous amount of turnover, though.
Yeah,
they had a shitload of turnover.
Yeah,
so like it's a new year for them. Like
that was heartbreaking, but it wasn't embarrassing.
Yeah,
the last game was a little embarrassing.
Sure.
Also, the way they played down the stretch, I wasn't like they're going to win the cup for sure.
Sure.
Like the Lightning, for God's sake, the Blue Jackets barely made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the Blue Jackets who were in the playoffs weren't the Blue Jackets who were in game 40. It was a completely different team. A team that ramped up to go for it.
Yeah,
right?
But like after they ramped up, they sucked.
Yeah, but then they got it together.
At the end.
Okay.
Like
pick guys.
Indiana Jones. Sorry.
Pick a team that did not make the playoffs last year that will make it this year.
I think I know what Jesse's going to say, so I won't say them.
Who's my team?
I would assume that you're the Devils.
Say New Jersey because you think they're going to win the friggin' division.
Oh yeah, by default, I guess I can go with that. Yeah. There you go.
Unless you got someone else you want to pick.
No, that's good.
Ooh. Arizona.
Man, every freaking year.
Every friggin' year. I was going to say Vancouver.
I don't think so.
The Pacific, Vancouver, I don't know contractually how smart they were, but they're better than they were last year on paper anyway. Is it good? Remember, it's the Pacific.
Yeah.
Sharks are real, real good. Golden Knights are real, real good.
And then...
and Flames. But after that, like the wild card is there. It's definitely there. People are talking about how strong the Central is. Well, yeah, the Central has to play against the Central. They'll beat each other up.
You picked my pick. I've been picking for years. I picked the Canes and the Coyotes. I am still sticking with the Coyotes, and I'll tell you why.
I'll say Vancouver then. Just to be different.
Okay. Over the Canucks for me is the fact that it's the Phil Kessel factor. It's the fact that they have a guy who is a bona fide 35 goal scorer. And he is getting older.
And he's money in the bank for 70+ points.
Yes. They have never had that. They couldn't finish. They got the finisher.
Yeah.
And I think Antti Raanta is a good goalie. And
he's going to miss the start of the season.
He's going to, because he's always freaking
Darcy
injured.
Kemper was unbelievable last year.
Yep.
One of the most underrated players in the league.
Who makes the biggest fall this year?
Got to be the Blue Jackets, right? Like, they geared up so hard.
I guess, sorry.
Does that count?
Surprise fall. Surprise fall. We expect the Blue Jackets to fall.
Does it count if I pick Dallas?
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they'll trail off a little bit. Yeah.
Interesting.
Ben Bishop was really good last year to drag them in.
Mm-hmm.
So you think they'll be horseshit again?
Plucking for a spit.
I'll tell you mine.
Okay.
New York Islanders.
See, I don't know if that's a surprise.
I think it will absolutely be a shock to their fans.
It was a surprise that they were great. And then they lost a giant component of what made them great. So to me, I'm like, well, yeah, they lost Robin Lehner. So, like, it would be surprising to me if they repeated it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who think they're. I mean,
I don't think they're going to be dog shit, but
no.
like.
I just don't. I think they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot all year, but I don't think they have the goaltending to bring them over the top. That's just my opinion.
Surprising fall.
And you don't think that's a surprise, eh? Because they did win the division. That's surprising.
No, they were second.
Second. Oh, okay.
But I mean, they were real close. I mean, you lose. How many teams can afford to lose a Vezina nominee?
Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough, man. Biggest surprise fall. What? Why not the Blues?
Really?
Why not?
Well, they were last place going into. You know, they're capable of last and first, evidently.
I mean, and also the standard is they won the cup.
I'm actually surprised nobody picked. Jesse, did you say one?
Dallas.
Yeah.
Nobody
picked the Pens. Interesting.
That won't be surprising to me.
Really?
No,
Okay.
dude.
All right. So
they got swept in the first round. Like, did not look like a strong playoff team at all.
Mm-hmm. Sidney
Crosby dragged them into a playoff spot. Sidney Crosby had an unreal final quarter of the season last year.
Yeah.
What does he got to do? What does the guy got to do?
Okay. So here it is.
I'm surprised none of you picked the Blackhawks as a surprise playoff team. That's like the sexy pick. Everyone's picking the Blackhawks.
I haven't seen. I'm not sold on what they have yet. Not sold.
Not yet.
Not yet. I'd like to see them play. Okay. Who wins the cup? Way too early cup prediction for September.
Hurricanes.
Jesse.
Just let me take a look at these standings again. Who wins the 2020 Stanley Cup Finals? I think if I'm going to go out on a limb and pick a team who nobody thinks can do it.
Well, you don't have to do that. You can just pick whatever.
I'm going to pick the Tampa Bay Lightning.
All right.
Wow. Bold.
Somebody's got to stick their neck out every once in a while, you know?
Bold pick.
Yeah.
This is why I picked the stupid Panthers, because it would be a surprise if the best team in the sport wins.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
Is anyone denying the Lightning are the best team in the sport?
No.
On paper, they're the best team in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Got swept. First round.
My pick is it's finally their goddamn year. All right? This is the last year they have to do it.
Oh, here it is.
It's the San Jose Sharks, kids. Martin Jones just has to be Martin Jones. And the San Jose Sharks can win the cup.
If he is a 9-10 goalie, they win the cup.
Yes.
He can still be below.
Now, they don't
average.
have Pavelski anymore.
No.
Which is big.
And
that's why the Blackhawks look good.
Dallas.
Oh, Dallas. Wait, no. Why do I see Chicago has? No, yeah, Dallas has them.
Yeah.
Well, because he was rumored to be going to Chicago.
Right.
For a long time.
That's going to be so weird seeing him in Dallas. Yeah. Weird. But I
They
think
got Pavelski. They got Corey Perry is a Dallas Star now.
I think the Sharks also pick up Patrick Marleau at the trade deadline on like a quick thing and just dress him for a game. Dress him for a game.
Like Mike Fisher.
Yeah, just fresh Patrick Marleau. I think the Sharks finally are like, this is it. This really is it for a lot of these guys. Like Thornton's done after this year. Like really
I'm very
is.
surprised Marleau doesn't have a team.
I think it's because he wants like two teams, and those two teams don't want him.
Yeah, so it's
Like the Canes wanted him to play for them.
yeah.
They tried to convince him to
I
stay.
think the Oilers
and
would
it cost him
love
money
him to be an Oiler. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting.
Can I do a parlay and also pick the Leafs? Is that allowed?
To win?
Yeah.
You think
For
they're
sure.
going to win?
Why not?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Why not? Is a good question.
Why? Any team could win any year. The NHL's so random recently.
Yeah. So don't screw your face up when I say the Panthers.
Except for the Panthers.
Oh,
If the Panthers make the playoffs this year, I'll be pretty shocked.
No, I won't be, man. They're a really good team. They could not stop a beach ball. That was the problem.
Yeah, we'll see if
it's
Bobrovsky
gonna
can
see
still
what
stop
Bobrovsky are we getting?
Right.
Yeah.
The Bobrovsky that got Todd Richards fired, or the Bobrovsky that's kept John Tortorella employed?
Man, he sucked for like a week and a half and got a guy fired.
Yeah, like 7 games in.
Yeah.
Telling you, it matters.
Brought to you by Panago Pizza. Order at panago.com and stuff your face with deliciousness.